Well, I've had pretty much the same question from Stephen Rule, who said, what are Liberal Democrats doing to support and grow Liberal youth now and into the future? So, two questions about young people. Nick, do you want to kick on?
I'll tell you what, it'd be nice to think, wouldn't it, that there's some kind of almost technical policy answer, which, if we just flick a switch, suddenly we could re-engage all those young people who've completely switched off from politics. And I certainly think there are certain sort of policy and technical things we do need to do. I think we need to reduce the voting age. Big supporter of voting age. It's like a matter of principle. I think if you can ask a 16, 17-year-old to lay his or her life, sacrifice his or her life for the country, then they should at least be able to vote for the wretched people who sent them to war in the first place. I think we are already as a party, but need to do a whole lot more to use different methods of communication, digital, online, viral communication, to speak a language, both politically and technically, which is much more in keeping with the way in which a lot of young people get their information these days. And I just read the statistics of this new social trends report, which was published yesterday or the day before, that only 40% of people read a newspaper every day. I mean, I suspect most people in this room, being the elegant, educated lot that you are, read broadsheets every day. You are a minority, we are a minority breed. You know. No, you don't. Well, there you go, exactly. But those who do are. And I think we need to make sure that we use all the different media. But I think the most important thing of all, way beyond all of those things, is to communicate loud and clear that desire, I think it's a real desire among so many young people I meet, for something different from their politicians, from something different in British politics, can only be found in the Liberal Democrats. And we have had Conservative, Labour, Conservative, Red, Blue, Red government for ages. They keep making the same mistakes. We've got a Labour Party that's run out of puff, run out of road, run out of principles, run out of values, run out of beliefs. We've got a Conservative Party. Does anyone seriously think we wouldn't be in the mess that we are now just because the Conservatives are in power? They're even more craven in their obsequious sort of affiliation to the City of London and the captains of the universe in the City of London. It wouldn't be that different. We need to do something different on civil liberties, on the environment, on MPs paying expenses, on care for the elderly, on a fairer tax system, on a real commitment to the international rule of law. And I think that's the real key to exciting young people to come to our cause, join our cause, help us in it, and win more votes, is to say loud and clear what we stand for, that we stand for something different in British politics. I think many people, but particularly young people, want something different in their politics.
Yeah.
I think the end point that Nick makes is absolutely right. The way you get anybody to vote, young, old, middle-aged, is to give them a reason to do it, for them to understand that actually getting up, going to the polling station will make a difference in some way. Young people are active in so many organisations outside of mainstream political parties because they see that's the way. Involvement and activity in those organisations is the way to affect change. Change in their own lives, within communities, within the world. So that's what we've got to do. Give people a really good reason and a stake in actually taking the trouble to go out there and to vote. And that's then about talking and demonstrating that difference. And I think we've got some wonderful examples recently within Wales.